Sean P. Diddy Combs, a name synonymous with hip-hop royalty, now finds himself embroiled in a legal battle that threatens to dismantle his empire and tarnish his legacy. The weight of multiple criminal charges and a barrage of civil lawsuits hangs heavy over the music mogul. Accusations of racketeering, sex trafficking, and a litany of other serious offenses paint a dark picture, one that stands in stark contrast to the glamorous image he has carefully cultivated over decades. The world watches as P. Diddy, once celebrated for his musical prowess and entrepreneurial spirit, faces accusations that strike at the core of his character. The legal proceedings, unfolding in a New York courtroom, have captivated the public's attention. The outcome of these trials could have far-reaching consequences, potentially leading to a lengthy prison sentence and irreparable damage to his reputation. The gravity of the situation cannot be overstated. P. Diddy stands accused of heinous crimes, and the legal system will determine his fate. As the trial unfolds, the world waits with bated breath, eager to learn the truth behind the allegations, and witness the consequences that await one of music's most iconic figures. At the heart of the criminal case lies the charge of racketeering, alleging that P. Diddy used his vast influence and resources to engage in a pattern of criminal activity. The prosecution aims to prove that his business empire built on music, fashion, and liquor served as a front for illegal operations. The atmosphere inside the Metropolitan Detention Center courtroom is electric. A palpable tension hangs in the air as the prosecution and defense teams prepare for what promises to be a closely watched trial. P. Diddy, dressed in a somber suit, sits at the defense table, his demeanor serious as he faces the possibility of a life sentence if convicted on all charges. The prosecution, led by a team of seasoned attorneys, presents a compelling narrative, alleging that P. Diddy is not merely a successful businessman but a ruthless criminal mastermind. They methodically lay out their case, presenting evidence they believe proves his involvement in racketeering, sex trafficking, and other serious offenses. The defense, however, vehemently denies all allegations, arguing that P. Diddy is a victim of his own success, targeted by opportunistic individuals seeking to exploit his wealth and fame. His legal team, known for their tenacity and skill, meticulously challenges the prosecution's evidence, highlighting inconsistencies and raising doubts about the credibility of witnesses. The courtroom becomes a battleground of legal strategy, with both sides vying for the jury's attention and trust. The outcome of this trial hinges on the strength of the evidence, the persuasiveness of the arguments, and ultimately, the jury's perception of P. Diddy's guilt or innocence. Beyond the criminal charges, P. Diddy faces a tidal wave of civil lawsuits, each one representing a separate individual claiming to have suffered harm at his hands. These lawsuits, numbering over 60, paint a disturbing picture of alleged sexual assault, harassment, and a pattern of intimidation and silencing. The plaintiffs, a diverse group of men and women, bravely come forward, sharing their stories of alleged abuse and exploitation. Their accounts, though difficult to hear, shed light on the darker side of P. Diddy's alleged behavior, revealing a stark contrast to the carefully crafted public persona. Among the most high-profile cases is the lawsuit filed by Cassie Ventura, P. Diddy's former girlfriend. Ventura alleges years of physical and emotional abuse, her claims supported by leaked CCTV footage that appears to show P. Diddy in a violent altercation. Each lawsuit adds another layer of complexity to the already intricate legal web surrounding P. Diddy, amplifying the potential damage to his reputation and finances. The sheer volume of accusations, coupled with the graphic details contained within the lawsuits, has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and beyond. The prosecution's case against P. Diddy hinges on a combination of physical evidence, witness testimony, and expert analysis, all meticulously presented to the jury in an attempt to prove his guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. They argue that the evidence paints a clear picture of a man who used his power and influence to engage in criminal activity. Among the most damning pieces of evidence is the discovery of drugs and over 1,000 bottles of baby oil during a raid on P. Diddy's Los Angeles mansion. The prosecution alleges that these items are consistent with the types of materials used in sex trafficking operations, supporting their claims that P. Diddy was involved in such activities. Furthermore, the prosecution presents CCTV footage obtained from various locations, including P. Diddy's homes and businesses, which they believe corroborates witness accounts of his alleged abusive behavior. The footage, though grainy at times, appears to show P. Diddy engaging in altercations and exhibiting controlling behavior towards individuals who have accused him of wrongdoing. In addition to physical evidence, the prosecution relies heavily on the testimonies of numerous witnesses, including former employees, associates, and alleged victims. These individuals provide first-hand accounts of P. Diddy's alleged criminal activities, painting a picture of a man who operated with impunity, using fear and intimidation to silence anyone who dared to cross him. Section 5. P. Diddy's defense. A vehement denial of wrongdoing. In the face of mounting accusations and potentially damning evidence, P. Diddy remains defiant, maintaining his innocence and vehemently denying all charges against him. His defense team, employing a multi-pronged strategy, seeks to dismantle the prosecution's case, discredit witnesses, and sow seeds of doubt in the minds of the jurors. Central to P. Diddy's defense is the argument that he is a victim of his own success, targeted by opportunistic individuals seeking to exploit his wealth and fame for financial gain. They portray the alleged victims as disgruntled former employees and associates motivated by greed and revenge, their accusations nothing more than elaborate fabrications. P. Diddy's legal team also challenges the prosecution's narrative, arguing that his lifestyle, while unconventional, does not equate to criminal behavior. They contend that his involvement in the music industry, known for its excesses and often blurred lines between personal and professional relationships, has been misconstrued and sensationalized by the prosecution. Furthermore, the defense attempts to undermine the credibility of key witnesses, highlighting inconsistencies in their testimonies and suggesting that they are unreliable narrators with ulterior motives. They scrutinize the prosecution's evidence, questioning its authenticity and relevance to the charges against P. Diddy. Section 6. From music mogul to accused, P. Diddy's rise and fall. Sean P. Diddy Combs, once a symbol of hip-hop success and entrepreneurial spirit, now finds himself at a crossroads, his legacy hanging in the balance as he battles to clear his name. To understand the magnitude of his current predicament, it's essential to delve into his extraordinary rise to fame and the events that led to his dramatic fall from grace. P. Diddy's journey began in the rough streets of Harlem, New York, where his passion for music ignited a fire within him. Determined to make his mark on the world, he rose through the ranks of the music industry, transforming himself from a talented intern at Uptown Records to the founder of his own label, Bad Boy Records. His keen eye for talent and innovative business acumen propelled him to the forefront of the hip-hop scene, launching the careers of legendary artists like the notorious Big and Mary J. Blige. P. Diddy's influence transcended music, extending into fashion, television, and film, solidifying his status as a cultural icon. However, his meteoric rise was not without its controversies. Rumors of ruthless business practices, feuds with rival artists, and a penchant for extravagant living followed him throughout his career, casting a shadow over his achievements. Now, as he faces the most significant challenge of his life, the world watches with a mixture of fascination and disbelief, questioning whether the man who once seemed invincible can overcome the legal storm that threatens to engulf him. Section 7. Under the media microscope, public scrutiny and courtroom restrictions. The legal proceedings against P. Diddy have captivated the public's imagination, turning the courtroom into a stage for a real-life drama filled with intrigue, celebrity, and the potential for a dramatic downfall. Media outlets from around the globe have descended upon the courthouse, their cameras capturing every twist and turn of the trial. Newspapers run daily headlines detailing the latest developments, while television networks dedicate hours of airtime to analyzing the evidence, dissecting witness testimonies, and speculating on the potential outcomes. Social media platforms buzz with commentary, opinions, and often heated debates about P. Diddy's guilt or innocence. The intense media scrutiny surrounding the trial has led to strict courtroom restrictions aimed at ensuring a fair and impartial judicial process. Electronics, including cell phones and recording devices, are strictly prohibited inside the courtroom to prevent the dissemination of sensitive information and protect the privacy of those involved. Despite these restrictions, the trial has become a cultural phenomenon, a testament to the enduring power of celebrity and the public's insatiable appetite for stories that involve fame, fortune, and the potential for a dramatic fall from grace. Section 8. The potential outcomes. A spectrum of possibilities. As the trial progresses, speculation mounts regarding the potential outcomes and their implications for P. Diddy's future. The range of possibilities is vast, spanning from a complete acquittal on all charges to a guilty verdict that could result in a life sentence behind bars. If the jury finds P. Diddy not guilty on all charges, he will walk free, his reputation undoubtedly tarnished, but his freedom intact. However, this outcome seems increasingly unlikely as the prosecution continues to present its case, revealing what appears to be damning evidence and compelling witness testimonies. A hung jury, unable to reach a unanimous verdict, remains a possibility, particularly on the complex charge of racketeering. Such an outcome would be a blow to both the prosecution and the defense, potentially leading to a mistrial and the need for a retrial, prolonging the legal battle and keeping P. Diddy's fate uncertain for the foreseeable future. A guilty verdict on one or more charges would have severe consequences for P. Diddy, potentially resulting in a lengthy prison sentence and the loss of a significant portion of his wealth through fines and legal fees. His reputation, already tarnished by the allegations, would be irreparably damaged. His legacy forever linked to the crimes of which he is convicted. Section 9. The unfolding narrative, awaiting the verdict. The legal drama surrounding P. Diddy continues to unfold, each day bringing new revelations, unexpected twists, and a heightened sense of anticipation as the world awaits the jury's verdict. The trial has become a captivating spectacle, a real-life courtroom drama that has gripped the public's imagination. As the prosecution and defense present their cases, the evidence mounts, and the testimonies of witnesses paint a complex and often contradictory picture of the man at the center of it all. P. Diddy, once a symbol of hip-hop success, now faces an uncertain future, his fate hanging in the balance as the jury deliberates. The outcome of this trial will have far-reaching consequences, not only for P. Diddy's personal and professional life but also for the entertainment industry as a whole. A guilty verdict would send shockwaves through the world of music and beyond, serving as a stark reminder that even the most powerful and influential individuals are not above the law. As we await the jury's decision, one thing remains certain: the legacy of Sean P. Diddy Combs will forever be intertwined with the events that have unfolded in that New York courtroom, a cautionary tale of ambition, excess, and the fragility of fame.